Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Canada. We are live and direct from Serious Mods CANFARM. This has been a map, well, it is entered into the mod contest for Farming Simulator 19, but it's been a map that I've been following for quite a while now. I saw it, it was aimed originally for development for FS17, couldn't quite get it finished in time, but there's a lot of work gone into this by Serious Mods, and it is a map that rings home a lot for me. For any of my viewers who don't know, I live in Ontario, Canada right now, and this map is actually, it's influenced off of the prairie land between, across Manitoba and Saskatchewan, so between the border of Ontario and the border of Alberta. A lot of this land that we're going to see through here would ring very true to what you see when you drive across the Trans-Canada Highway, and I'm very excited to have a look around it. As you can see by the map itself, we've got one large road splitting up through the middle and a couple of small ones off to each side there, and I'm very interested to see what that looks like and how it works. So without further ado, we are at the shop right now, which is great because we need to buy ourselves our truck again to do a little bit of exploration, and no better time to use a Scarrack than now. So let's just change that colour. We'll go for a red today, I think. Let's get some mean looking wheels on there. That's better. And off we go. So we are going to jump into our truck and we're going to follow, there's a kind of like a triangle route we can take, which is exactly what we're going to do. Once I find where my truck is, it must be around here. Truck? In here maybe. So this is the store, this is the backyard of the store, this is where all your vehicles are going to be lined up there, but plenty of space because you're going to need to buy huge equipment here, so it's better that they can all stretch out quite a bit. Kind of crucial if you've got multiple air seeders and cultivators, you want to be able to get them all lined up in one hit. And we're going to go for a drive, so let's bring up our map in the bottom corner. We'll go along the southern edge first, which we'll have to spin around here for. This looks like the main road there anyway. And oh, so that's a train line going right through the middle there. Nice! Interesting. So we have two train lines here by the looks of things. Now, I really want to go that way. Judging by the way the map's going, I want to turn around and go this way. Head towards the old prairie town, I think. I'm going to take this old town road, if you know what I'm saying. And away we go there. So, looking for a lot of old grain elevators, a lot of old kind of disused barns, things like that. I'm liking the old kind of prairie town that I'm seeing here already. For a lot of towns across the prairies there, they were often built where agriculture is the biggest kind of industry there. They were often built around grain elevators, for example, and this may well be no exception. You have a few convenience stores, and quite often there's always a Tim Hortons. And after that, yeah, it starts to kind of narrow itself down a little bit. Now, where am I going here? I'm going somewhere that the map does not dictate. Oh, it's maybe a very thin road. Okay, well, we'll head straight up here anyway. Change of plan. Small road, but it's a good road. So as you can see, there's a lot of detail gone into just the general building of the town to really make them look as kind of rustic and as original as possible. You can see our first sign of a grain elevator in the distance there, built over the train line, so it makes it easier for the grain to be carted away. And yeah, that's this bomb up here. We've got another tractor supply store on the right here. Now, what can that also be? It's looks like it's a sell point for us as well, which is pretty cool. Or maybe even it's just a workshop. Let's have a look in here. Down we go. Boom. So that's the workshop trigger right there. Interestingly, that we can sell our equipment at two different places. That's pretty cool. I wonder if you get different sales on at different locations, try and get a better price across the board. So you can see here we have some huge fields, really large fields, stretching out as far as the eye can see really. But there's still a little bit of detail. You still get some trees in and around there on the borders, keeping it a little fresh. Coming through. Huge long road here, stretching out into the distance. What's on our right here? We've got a little bit of a Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. That's an old worn-out barn there. That's really nice. Look, you see a lot of those around there. Some which are starting to kind of cave in a little bit, where the beams are losing their support. This looks like a little bit of a placeable yard in here to do with as you please. Maybe set up a little barn in here, or a big yard in here actually. Plenty of space. Spin around, and out we go. Big field of corn looks like growing up ahead of us. Corn in different stages of growth as well, all over the place, which is very nice. Ooh, this could be tight. There we go. So you can see we're coming up to the top of the map now. We're going to beeline straight up towards that dairy, then we'll cut back along that kind of zigzag road. Field 6 is probably one of the biggest fields there. It's massive. But yeah, what I like is that these roads are very kind of true to life. You get off the main road, it goes straight to just a gravel track, really. That's a nice little touch. That is very nice. We've got a dairy in here, which looks like a fairly big sized dairy. And then that is the edge of the map up the top here. What have we got? This is our log sell point by the looks of things, and another old buried little cabin, really. It's not a barn. Nice little touch in there, hidden away. And now what we're going to do, we're going to spin back down to this road south of this is field 7 here. We're going to jump into that. Oh no, why do those cars turn around the one road? They just disappear off the end perhaps. And off we go. Very true to life here with the gravel roads there. I really do like this. There we go, do that instead. And this field 6 here, like I say, is huge. Really, really big. With some islands in the middle of it where it must be a bit boggy, I think, so they've kind of left it. Let's go have a look at what that is. Ooh, we've got a little bit of a lake. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a pond in there. That's pretty cool. Nice little feature to break up what is a pretty huge field, that's for sure. Is this the same? This is just a bit of a marshy area. That's a nice touch though. So, we've gone through the field rather than along the road there, but the aim was the same. We're going to get to, there's a grain terminal here. Fantastic. Jump onto there. We were never cutting across the field, I don't know what you mean. So once again, this is just a kind of a fairly regular grain sell point. Just drive through, got a weighbridge at one end there with the dipping gun. Right there. Get the sample, get weighed, get tipped. And then yeah, this is because it is paramount that it can be serviced by the train. The main auger there, if you look around here, does allow you to fill it, bam, just over the train there. So if you've never really used the trains before, this would be one heck of a map to give it a go. And you could just be able to take the train from there right down to the sell point in the bottom corner. Well, that's a nice little crossing. Collisions on there, but nice enough. Now it's a little pond on our left, a little bit of a wetland area. You want to get your big bud stuck in there. I see, so the map kind of just determines and illustrates where the train lines are, not where the roads are, which is good to know. It would be nice to see where the roads are as well, but you can't get everything. This is pretty nice. I think we'll just go for a quick gander up there. See what we've got. Looks like it's something with. Well, I like these pylons though. That's pretty cool. Must have taken quite a while just to get all those set up, let alone anything else. And it's that kind of feature which really adds to like a North American map is usually pretty flat. That is nice. What's in here? And so it's little features like the damaged, worn down, decrepit barn and the hole in the floor. And like all of the old equipment here that was once part of a vibrant farm is now just kind of left for nature to take over it slowly, which it is doing by the looks of things, bit by bit. But no, I really, really like this. And yeah, you can just see that this was once yesterday a vibrant farm there. Now it's just kind of nothing. It's just left to be forgotten about as the big farms take over. But yeah, that's really nice. Really, really pretty. That's a very nice little touch there. Where's that hole in the terrain again? There we go. Big mud hole. Excellent. And there's another one over there. You can see there's another building just kind of left for dead in the hill, in the middle of the field. So when landowners would take over new land, there was I can't remember the exact phrase of it. I'm sure someone out there can remember it, but it was the Homesteading Act, I do believe, where you were given a quarter of land, which was a quarter of a mile square of land, and if you were able to determine or to display that you could look after said land and farm it and make a homestead on there, then you were allowed to buy it and also take on more land as well, which is where this typically happened. I believe was after World War II, maybe even World War One, if I may be mistaken. I'm sure someone down below in the comments could confirm that for me. But there, so that's what. Whoa, that was something. That's why you'll see a lot of these small homesteading buildings around a large area of North America, both Canada and the US, because that's how they all started out. They all started with small farms, and naturally as technology grew, so did the machines and the size of the farm. So these smaller places such as those ones were kind of just left, really. Regrettably in some cases, because they are brilliant, but you know, everyone moved on to bigger things. Okay, so right now that's where we came out to our left. We're going to keep bombing down this road here. But where are we going to head to? We're going to go right here. We're going to head along to the farmyard by the looks of things. See what's going on up here. This is where the power lines are leading to. Must be something good. There's like a nice bit of grass there as well. I heard water. I didn't see water. But there's water. Inside here, I bet, is that a farmyard? Looks that way. And in we come. Let's see what we've got here. Not a huge area, actually. This is more of just like you got your silo in there, but you get full ground to do what you want with this, really. You've got your equipment, and that's about it, which I quite like. Means that you can just build everything as you'd want it to, which I would definitely be doing, setting it up exactly how I'd like it on my own. And there are plenty of good style large machinery yards out there for you to do so, so you're not going to be short there, really. Let's just go that way then. Let's see what's up towards the end of this map edge. And then we'll spin down, go around the bottom of field 1. So you do own field 1 as well, so that's quite nice. Gives you something to work with. There we go. You always do need to have a little bit of something to get you started with, I would say. Nice that we've got kind of like a border of trees there at the very least. Whoop. And away we go again. So you're going to need some pretty big equipment here. You only start with 100,000, so you're going to have to be clever with your financing. Yes, we have one field. You've got a fair amount of equipment as well that you could leverage, but still, it is. That's a train line, isn't it? Oopsies. I've fallen for that twice now. Oh, well, we'll just go along here. Don't think there's going to be any trains coming. Just head up onto there. That's not gonna end well. But yeah, you could quite easily get it. What I do like is that yes, the fields are huge, but there's enough detail in there to keep it interesting as we just blow past the exit. Spin it around there. So some of these fields number 5 and 6 for example, have a lot of different features in there that keep you on your edge as you're driving big equipment, and it probably really won't take too long to get through at all. I wouldn't have thought. And now we're going to spin back down to the right here. Carry on having a bit of a look. Whoop. Excellent stuff. Lots of nice little detail there. Fences on either side, which is nice. The old prairie saying, if your dog ran away from you, you'd see it running away for days, is pretty true to form with this as well. Lots of flat ground, which for most part Manitoba and Saskatchewan is really. There is a lot of flat ground there. You get a little bit north, there's a bit of an inclination, a bit of terrain. But yeah, a lot of the southern to central land can be a little bit flat. This is a nice looking grain elevator. Let's have a look at this boy. Ooh, what's in there as well? Oh, it's in a little pond. So yeah, this is a sign of what once was, I guess. And you can see kind of in the distance the new grain elevator as well. So you can kind of see the old against the new there, which I quite like. That's pretty cool actually. Because yeah, this one it's seen better days, but it's man, is that quite nice. A lot of detail on something like that, which for no reason really, it doesn't feature, it doesn't have a purpose in game, but it's just great to have in here. So we're going to go along and look at the brand spanking new grain elevator, and then there's a few other things that looks like we can go and see in the southwest, and southeast corner even. Now what would be quite great once you get playing this game, just to park up a load of machinery along the side of the roads, which you'll quite often see. As you drive along the Trans-Canada Highway as well, farmers will quite often put a for sale sign on something and leave it in the window. You could easily do that here. And another huge grain elevator as we drive through. Pretty cool. And another one back to back. Lost count of the number of elevators I would have seen on my drives east to west. Okay, so then this road goes around here to that train line by the looks of things. Oh no, it's that main road. Lots of trees in there. Excellent stuff, and we're kind of back to where we started really. So what we're going to do now, that's another one, that's the big one that we saw on our way out actually. That's huge though. Plenty of access to all the elevators, which is great. Oh, that was a bit of a jump. This Scarrock does like to bounce around a bit. So this is kind of back to where we started in the corner here, but I think there's maybe something else we're just going to have a look at down here. Let's go see. That's another little placeable area right there. Little truck depot. This is the dealership where we all started, where it all began. And we're going to actually just go straight over this road because I wanted to see if there's... Hey, get some air. I want to see what this is. Oh, it's nothing more than another placeable area by the looks of things, so it's another opportunity for a good farmyard in here, and yeah, plenty of space to do it, which is great because you always need some space. It gives you plenty of opportunities to kind of stick up with some more silos or something here, and have plenty of work to get going with. So there you go, that was CANFARM. I think it is, I actually really like it. I would say it's a very good, very accurate map of what Serious Mods was trying to reflect and represent. And I think he's done a sterling job of it. If you'd like to have a look at it, you can download it from either the in-game mod hub, or you can go to farming-simulator.com/mods and pick it up from there. All voting for any of the in-game mods for the mod contest can only be done through the in-game mod hub, so you will have to access it through there, but you can do it, and it's definitely worth having a look at. For now though, we're going to leave it here. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't, a thumbs down, and more importantly, if you've yet to do so, do smash that subscribe button and join Simulation for the Nation. We will see you in the next episode where we'll be reviewing the next mod from the mod contest. Until then though, we'll see you later.